Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, Tesla Model Y inventory is climbing very fast. We've got some interesting data charts here, the interesting inventory charts. So now we know why Tesla has released 1.99% financing on both of the Model Y trims and gives us a little bit more insight. So the big question is, which I've seen a lot of your comments and chatter is, what's going to be the next incentive next quarter? And also, are they going to be doing anything by the end of the month? So we're going to get into that plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it. And today's live stream is partnered and sponsored by Aura, where you can protect your online privacy, data, and much more, but more on that later. But let's jump into this. So taking a look at our favorite inventory tracking chart, we can see Model Y inventory is on the up and up, which, you know what that means? When inventory goes up, more incentive, more deals, and everything. Because right now there is what, 1.99% financing that is coming to an end for both of the trims by the end of the month. But the one trim, like early warning here, if you're looking for a Model Y all-wheel drive, you do have to place your order and get locked in with a credit application before the 16th of this month for the all-wheel drive. Rear wheel drive is a different story. You can go all the way to the end of the month. You just have to take delivery by the end of the month. But taking a look at some of the inventory here, we can see inventory for the Model Y. This muster line is increasing and increasing and increasing. Now, of course, if we zoom out a little bit and take a look at some of this, like figure out like what's happening here. I mean, rear wheel drive inventory has really hit the Tesla website in droves. There's plenty of them available. They basically just said, you know what, we're just going to turn this on and let's see how many we can post on Tesla.com, I guess, at this point. But going to like all-wheel drive, we also see a lot of Tesla Model Y all-wheel drives as well. I mean, are we seeing any launch series? I think it looks like they sold out all the different launch series. So what is definitely going to be happening in these next few weeks is we're going to see some inventory discounts, more inventory discounts, and I predict more aggressive inventory discounts. I don't think we'll see any long range rear wheel drive inventory discounts because it's too new. I mean, there's people that are barely picking up these vehicles. I'm not sure there's any of them in inventory to get demo mileage, which then would result in a demo discount. But the question here is like, what's going to happen with this 1.99% financing? I bet it's going to get extended for the all-wheel drive all the way to the end of the month. It kind of really doesn't make any sort of sense why one ends on the 16th and one ends on the 30th. I mean, I get why they're putting one of them to end on the 16th. They want people to try and hurry up their delivery before the end of the month. But I think they'll do it a little bit of an extension and say something like, hey, you can pick up either of the vehicles by the end of the month, because that's really what they want at the end of the day. They want deliveries by the end of quarter two, which could be happening, or which will be happening by the end of the month. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. There's plenty of incentives out there. We posted it on our X a few days ago, or talked about it last week, but here's a refresher if you need it. There is a bunch out there with terms of all the different stacking, all the different incentives. There's America's Heroes, $1,000 off, which is you just verify with ID Me. Lyft driver program, very easy as well. You just sign up, go through the different background checks. It takes a little bit, but you get $1,000 credit up front, and of course the other 1,000 after you do your drives. And of course 3 months of full self-driving just by using a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description. By using our referral code, you do give us credit, and also you get 3 months of full self-driving as well. So thank you to everybody that's used our referral code in the past to support the channel. And a lot of these different incentives do end by the end of this month, and a lot of them also stack as well. So if you're looking to get into a Tesla vehicle, we are definitely going to be seeing a lot more inventory posted onto the Tesla websites. And I mean, if we take a look and zoom out again, let's just, add some layer of like Model 3. Here is Model 3 inventory, the pink line. You can see muster line is still increasing. And of course, Tesla's best, one of the best offer financing, because the other one is the Cybertruck, 0%. We're almost getting to 0% Cybertruck levels as well. And so my prediction, I don't think it's going to get better, so to speak, for the Model Y. Maybe some slight inventory discounts, but I do feel like that 1.99 will get extended all the way till the end of the month. I don't know what's going on with my camera. And then on top of that, we might see like a different offer in quarter three. I mean, if we like take a look at like the whole year's projection at this point, we got 1.99% right now. Quarter three, maybe we get like a 0.99, because really the difference between 0% and 0.99, I feel like psychologically isn't a lot, but at the same time, people, it's just getting a little bit better. And then as we get to quarter four, at this point, I would say there is a high chance of quarter four 0%, especially if inventory like this keeps going up on the up and up, and we reach some higher levels for the brand new Model Y, because it is their highest volume vehicle. It sells the most, and on top of that, most people want it as well. And so it's got all these different things. And so Tesla produces a lot of them, and also they need to sell a lot of them as well. But the one thing is for sure, if you are buying a Tesla vehicle and you probably have a trade-in vehicle, or you need to sell your vehicle, you guys know Chip. We've done a couple podcast episodes together. Chip actually has a dealership in Tennessee, and he's looking to buy your vehicle and get you maximum value. So we put a link down below in the description. You can go and submit your information, your vehicle that you want to sell. Just keep in mind, it's probably going to be better like East Coast or Central, because he's in Tennessee and he's looking to buy your vehicle, whatever the vehicle maybe. Feel like you might as well just give it a shot and see what type of offer he can get you, or beat any offer for maximum value. And of course, put Dennis Deal so that he knows exactly where you came from in the comments of the form with that. But definitely shout out to Chip. He specializes in hybrid and electric vehicles, and if you're looking to buy any of his vehicles, you can also mention Dennis Deal as well, so he can give you that extra discount and hookup on top of that. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you are thinking. From some other interesting stuff here, we've got this camouflage Tesla Model Y that's been spotted. Most likely at this point, it's the performance version. I mean, they are starting to tease it, which I feel like that's just like part of their cycle at this point. They like start to tease vehicles more and more before it actually releases. And I mean, at this point, we've seen like the Model S and Model X completely uncovered. So I imagine that's coming out maybe tomorrow at this point, and then maybe next week after that. And then Model Y performance, the latest rumor is like later on this year, like September or October. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. If you're planning on financing your Tesla, then there's one thing you need to do before you even apply: protect your credit. Seriously, because here's the wildest part. Bank of America just had a data breach recently, and they didn't even tell customers for a month. That means your social, your phone number, and your email could have already been out there, and you'd have no clue. Most companies wait on average of 277 days to report a breach. That's 9 months where your identity is exposed and you're the last to know. That's why I use Aura, today's sponsor. Aura constantly scans the dark web and lets me know if anything tied to me shows up: my social, bank info, or any of my personal information. And that's not just for breaches. There's so many different tools I use with Aura. Want to reduce those pesky spam calls? Aura's got it. Want to remove your data, like your addresses, phone numbers, from those sketchy broker sites? Aura has that too. They will also include $5 million in identity theft insurance, and everything's packed into one clean app. You can try it free for 14 days at aura.com/DennisCW. I'll put that in the description as well. Don't wait until someone else tells you your data is at risk. That's like turning on Sentry mode after your car got keyed. Protect your credit before you apply. I'm doing it, and you should too. Thanks for that, everyone. And if you're just joining in, welcome. We talked about Tesla inventory for the brand new Model Y. It is going up and up and up. In fact, if you want to see what the best discounts are on the Model 3 and the Model Y, definitely check out our deal spreadsheet down below in the description, where we try and keep track of all the best inventory discounts for Model 3 or Model Y that we find. Model Y is okay right now. Model 3, a little bit better, but also like kind of okay as well, because Tesla knows 0% sells vehicles, so they don't really need to double stack on that until probably like quarter 3 or quarter 4. I'm very curious to see how Tesla is doing with this quarter's sales and everything. David, thanks for coming in. Blueberry, great to see you. RC, great to see you. Divine, thanks for coming in. Robert, David, K. Cardi, Voltron, thanks for coming in. And Art, thank you all for dropping by. Thanks for hitting the like button in the comments for anything. It's been 26 hours out of a 48-hour demo driving my Model Y long-range all-wheel drive, and loving full self-driving so far. Even though it gave me a strikeout, that's funny, made me drive complete my commuting to work today. I mean, the cool thing with strikeouts actually is you just need to pull over, park, and then get back into drive, and you're good to go. At least you can go for the rest of the drive, but it still gives you the strike. Thanks, Dennis, for all your info. No, thank you. You think we'll see Glacier Blue in the quarter 3 for quarter 4? I don't think so. I think that's an exclusive color for China, Robert. Divine, do you have any idea when the Model 3 will get a front camera added? No idea. Maybe like quarter 3, quarter 4 at this point is my best guess. David, so I'm more ready to order my Model Y, but I'm not in a hurry either. Should I wait for a better deal in quarter 3? I'm thinking of financing it. I mean, if you're in no rush, if you do not need a vehicle, just keep waiting. It always, I mean, having done this for 2 to 3 years now at this point and seeing all the different cycles, it always gets better in the end of the year. K Cardi, my local service center, the Model Y couldn't stay on the lot. Interesting. What happened there? Did it sell very quickly? Voltron, with Lyft, you need to pay for a car inspection and upload onto the app. Well, actually, all you have to do is create an account and it seems like you're good to go. Maybe you have to create it or do a background check with an older car, but either way, you can create an account pretty easily. Calvin, I canceled my order for the Model Y to be able to get a new lease deal. Tesla agreed to reimburse $250. Calvin, nice. Congrats on that. And congrats on getting that lower lease payment. But we are going to talk about the Tesla lower lease payments in this next topic. Art, if there are stay-in symptoms in addition to 7,500, does this mean lease price will be lower? Yes, as long as the state allows it with the lease payments. Some, I think most of them actually do, so you should be fine. Like Colorado is the most crazy one. That's where we see like the $50, the $99, the $200 a month payments. A lot of them come from Colorado area. Christian, thanks for coming in. I was wondering if you have anybody try the full self-driving on a 2021, 2022 Model Y compared to the 2025 Model Y. I have, and I would say it is well worth it. I mean, I guess you have to figure out how much more is it worth it. But new Model Y is fantastic. I would say it's the best in terms of full self-driving versus some of the old one. Also like comfortability, suspension, all of these other different things as well. Tesla Magic. Why doesn't the Tesla website not mention the discount from only making a certain gross income for making only a certain gross income? Oh, like some of the other state incentives? Yeah, I guess because maybe there's less people that are eligible. Like, are you talking about like the California DCAP, things like that? I guess it's a lot harder to get approved for that, and it takes like a waiting list and everything. So maybe that's why with that. In this next topic, let's talk about the truth behind Tesla's new lower payments. Tesla just dropped the payments for a lot of their Model Ys, the Model Y rear-wheel drive and the all-wheel drive. But taking a look at the interest rates behind it, we can see a little bit more clearly on the deal of the Model Y rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive lease payments. So Tesla dropped it down to $399 and $499. The cool thing with this is that these are 36-month leases and only $1,000 down. Of course, they do stack with a lot of different incentives as well. But we were able to get into or get access to the interest rates on these leases. And here is the lowest that the interest rate actually is. For rear-wheel drive, it's 7.3%, and all-wheel drive, it's 8.28%. And so it was like 9 to 10%. Before that, actually, if we take a look at our tracker, we try and keep track of all the different lease interest rates. We can see the rear-wheel drive was 9.49% and the all-wheel drive was 8.28%. So a little bit of a drop, I guess, not very significant actually if we take a look at it here, but very interesting to see them kind of go a little bit. Actually, all-wheel drive didn't really drop at all, which makes sense because it's still $499 a month, but the rear-wheel drive did drop pretty significantly. Question here is, will it keep going lower? Could it go lower? I mean, from what it looks like to me, maybe it could be still some room, because if you take a look at the flip side with the Model 3 side, we can see the rear-wheel drive is 2.7% and the long-range all-wheel drive is 3.6%. Of course, this is just one factor in a lease calculation. Leases, you have to look at like cap cost, the starting price essentially, residual, the value at the end, plus the interest, plus credits and everything like that. But still, I mean, this is one piece of the puzzle that maybe leases for the long range rear wheel drive and the all wheel drive for the Model Y could get lower as we move to like quarter 3 and quarter 4. And so very interesting to see this. Let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. Just one piece of the puzzle of Model Ys. And of course, the difference here is that the Model 3 rear wheel drive and all wheel drive is a 2-year lease, whereas the Model Y rear wheel drive and all wheel drive is a 3-year lease. So maybe that does play a factor, or definitely plays a factor into here on why the payments could be similar, but the term with the interest rate could be a lot fluctuating as well. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. Now that you've bought your Tesla or you're about to buy your Tesla, did you know that it comes with 0 accessories? Seriously, not even a phone mount. But don't worry, we've got you covered. In my opinion, there's a few must-haves that every Tesla owner should get, like a phone mount so your phone doesn't fly off during acceleration, a center console organizer because without it, you're going to lose a bunch of stuff, and my newest favorite, an invisible underscreen station mount from Jowa, a great place to store sunglasses. And all of these accessories plus more you can get from our partner Jowa. And you know these accessories are good because I actually use all of their stuff. And if you use our promo code down below in the description, you can save some money and support the channel as well. But Jowa doesn't stop at just the basics. They've got a wireless game controller that fits perfectly in the glove box, a portable air compressor for peace of mind on those long road trips, and even an electric scooter, because why walk from the superchargers or level 2 chargers? So not only will you save some money by using our promo code down below in the description, you can also get free shipping on orders over $120. So definitely check it out, link down below in the description. Thank you to Jowa for partnering with us on this channel, and let's get on to the next topic. Thanks for that, everyone. David, if I decide to wait for Q3 or Q4, will I be able to get 50% off full self-driving with you? It really depends. Right now, there's a long waiting list for that, and we just don't have availability to facilitate for everybody. And it uses one of the promotions that Tesla has at the moment. But I mean, you can DM me and get Instagram confirmed DM and get on the wait list to see if we can get you in one. Ivan, why doesn't Tesla disclose the minimum credit scores required for at least approval the same way it does for financing? It's a good point, actually, but it's essentially the same. And maybe that's why they actually don't do that, because you have to have a certain interest or a certain credit to be able to get approved, and then it tiers up. But it's also the reason why, actually, now that I think about it, it's just more complicated, because when you go to, because technically on the leasing side, the financing is called, the finance interest rate is called money factor, not like straight up interest rate. And so I guess maybe they don't want to mess with like this sliding scale with trying to figure out like what the APR is. Maybe it's more nuanced and more complicated. FC or FY, I haven't seen any used Tesla with full self-driving since end of March. Do you see Tesla offering used SX with full FSD in the future? Yeah, I would say so. That's interesting that maybe they stripped all of them just to be a lower price so they can be more competitive. For a while, I could see them putting on that full self-driving to see and build more value, but maybe they took that all off. Tesla Magical, if you have excellent credit score, do you think they will lower interest rates for a Model Y all-wheel drive lease? No, I don't think so. That's like the base rate at this point. So I definitely do not think it will lower, or if we'll get any more lower than that until they drop the promotional payment. Then I could see them going a little bit lower. In this next topic, new Teslas are now coming with a new charging adapter. One of our friends just went to pick up a new Tesla in California. I'm not sure if this is actually a California thing only, but hey, if you're going to be picking up your new Model Y, maybe be on the lookout for this. And that new adapter is going to be a CCS Combo 1 adapter. I myself was surprised it even came with it. I knew that the new Model Y comes with like the J plug, and that's one of my #1 things you should check for when you're picking up a Tesla. And of course, mobile connector comes with the new Model Y as well, a $300 value. But CCS Combo 1 adapter, this was news to me. Sorry about that, everyone. This was news to me that it actually came with it, with a new Model Y. Of course, this one is in California, so not exactly sure if this is like a California thing. Some people were thinking like maybe it was like a New Jersey thing because of like the all the different superchargers going offline with that, but still very interesting to see this is coming out. And so let us know, did you pick up a new Model Y recently, and did it come with a CCS adapter? But one thing's for sure, if you're buying a new Tesla, it does not come with this, and that's a set of all-weather floor mats. My favorite set so far right now is a set by 3W Liners, and I've tried all the different floor mats that are out there: 3D Mats USA, Tasmanian, and a bunch of Amazon ones, and by far these are going to be my favorite set. I've got them in our Model X, Model 3, Model Y, and also Cybertruck as well. And if you use our promo code down below in the description, not only will you save 25% off and get a set under $100, you'll support the channel as well. So definitely check out our partner 3W Liner floor mats down below in the description, and let's get on to the next topic. Thanks to everyone, and 3W all-weather floor mats just released their Juniper set. So if you want to check it out, video is on the channel if you want to see the fitment. It's perfect. And if you use promo code Dennis35, you get 35% off down below in the description, which is the highest offer that is out there as well. But If you're just joining in, welcome. We've got some inventory updates for the new Model Y, and inventory is increasing and increasing. So I don't really envision any sort of better incentive this month. Maybe some inventory discounts that hopefully, fingers crossed, you can stack on with a 1.99% financing. Richard, Dennis, is it better to wait till the end of the year? Yeah, 100%. They told me they don't do that again. Oh, interesting. Your dog thinks it's news too. Yeah, it's funny. He gets excited when someone comes home. Calvin, I was at the Tesla today. They said it's mandatory now for all Model Ys only. Interesting. It's government mandated per the sales guy at Tesla. Very interesting because I didn't get one, but so maybe it was a new thing like that happened this month. And there's people reporting from other states that picked up that didn't get one either. So maybe Tesla will do one of these things where they'll just ship it out to a bunch of people so that they have it. But I mean, I have a CCS adapter and I've never used it. And that's because I just go to Tesla superchargers because it's just an easier experience to just plug and play and not have to deal with like another app. Because all those other chargers like EVgo, Electrify, America, you have to have all these different setups. I mean, there are some chargers where you don't, but yeah, I actually don't know which one. I've never tried any of them. So I'm just going to stay in my Tesla bubble. Blueberry, maybe all new Tesla should come with a new adapter. Yeah, maybe that's going to be what's going to be happening soon. It could be pretty cool to see that with the new Teslas. In this next topic, let's talk about robotaxi profitability. Like if you wanted to buy a robotaxi, or let's say you have a current Model Y that seems to be the new robotaxi-esque type of vehicle, could you actually make profit and make money using your own vehicle to go out there and do some Uber Lyft drives for you? Test Calendar posted this right up here. You can see all the different math here with like how many miles or how many days it would need to do. And he estimates, or they estimate, I estimate 949 days, which is what, 3 years and of continuous use, and 378,000 miles for your Model Y to be a profitable robotaxi. First, there are many logistical issues for Tesla doing this on, but I will ignore these for now. So you can see the cheapest Model Y he chose, or they chose, was 46,630. Insurance $300 a month, which I would believe because commercial when you're picking up vehicles like that. And see income 34 cents, but taking Tesla's Tesla fee, they're going to let you do it for free on their network. That brings you to a cost of $69 a day, an income of $118 a day, giving you a profit of around $49 a day, which, that brings it to the 900 or 3 years and 367 miles to actually be profitable. I mean, the one thing is like cool is you do have a long warranty on your Tesla vehicle battery, so that maybe that could be good, but it only goes up to like 120 or 150K miles for SX and Cybertruck. And so I'm not sure it would make a lot of sense. I mean, maybe the Cybercab because of the cheaper vehicle, more efficiency, and maybe that could be a profitable vehicle. But I don't know. I mean, because I've done the Turo thing, I've purchased vehicles, I've even rented my Model 3 and Model Y on Turo. Little bit of some horror cases, but I guess that's a little bit different because you're like renting it out to someone versus it going and picking up drivers and everything. But at the end of the day, it's going to put wear and tear on your vehicle. So maybe it could be worth it like here and there or every weekend, or I think it's just going to make more sense when it's like within a family, when it's one vehicle that can pick up and drop off everybody at all times, really with no limitations with that, instead of like someone driving you to drop you off at practice or anything like that. But Tesla's VP Lars shared an exclusive Cybercab update. Cybercab production is gear is now installed at Giga Texas for the first prototypes coming this summer. They're aiming for 10 kilometers per kilowatt hour of efficiency and a 50 kilowatt battery. Mass production kicks off in 2026. So very interesting to see. And the one thing is for sure, please do not lease a Model Y just to try and put it on the robotaxi fleet. I mean, right now, of course, you can't actually do that, but maybe one day you will be able to, and then we'll try and do the math and everything with it to see if it actually, at the end of the day, does it actually pencil out with cost and, more importantly, profit if you're looking to do that on a robotaxi. So congrats on buying your Tesla, or you're about to just buy your Tesla. But now here's the second most exciting part. That's accessories. And there's a ton of accessories out there, probably even way too much. And I try and bucket it into the top 3 accessories that you can get. And that's going to be phone mounts, all-weather floor mounts, and center consoles. A good set of all-weather floor mats is probably my #1 recommendation. And I've got a bunch of links and discount codes to all the accessories that I recommend down below in the description and on our best deal spreadsheet on page 2. Check out this one from Jawa that we use on all of our Teslas, linked down below, or their center console, which I also use on all of our Teslas as well. A must-have because Tesla doesn't come with a center console. But my #1 accessory I recommend is going to be all-weather floor mats, and I bucket it from 3 different options: good, better, and best. The good ones are going to be the ones that you find on Amazon. Better is going to be the ones from like Tasmanian, but my favorite all-time favorite that we have on our Model X and Model 3 Performance currently is going to be a set of all-weather floor mats by 3W Liners. If you use our promo code down below in the description, you'll find that the price of these floor mats are pretty in line with some of the other ones at a much higher quality material. So thank you to everybody that's used our links to support the channel, and let's get on to the next topic. Thanks for that, everyone. Richard, thanks for coming in. 7-seat, maybe better this year. Juniper is slightly bigger. Yeah, I mean, that would be crazy if they actually do that. It's why I bought Full Self Driving, hoping to get on some robo taxi action. Yeah, that'd be super nice to see, like, what's the profitability of all that with like Uber rides and everything. Laura, it's funny how inventory is stacking in the US. In Canada, we are completely sold out with no incentives, only the all-wheel drive Model Y. Yeah, and we're pretty close too, so they could easily be able to move vehicles, or not easily, but I mean close enough based on demand, I guess, which I mean, we know Tesla could be doing that depending on market demand in certain areas and everything. In this next topic, this Tesla had 300,000 miles, and I thought for a quick second, like, is this actually a good deal or not? Let's take a look at it. Take a look at this Tesla that went for sale. I thought it was pretty interesting because the biggest thing is that relatively cheap. It's a Model Y, which is also in demand pretty frequently, and 316,000 miles. Model Y dual motor, or long range dual motor. So you might be wondering, like, how much could this actually be? How much could this be worth? Well, shout out to our friend Cheap Tesla. He posts these, of course, cheap Teslas, and it's a 2020 Model Y long range all-wheel drive, black on black, 316,000 miles, clean title, 1 hour, no accidents, full self-driving, fully paid for, warranty expire, and 250 miles at a full charge. Of course, with it being 300,000 miles, it definitely could not be in the best condition in terms of exterior. It's going to show some things, but asking price $13,900, and if you're eligible for the tax credit, the $4,000 used tax credit, that would bring it down to $9,900, and it's located in Colorado. And if you're interested in deals like this from Cheap Tesla, this one unfortunately sold very, very quickly. And what's also cool with this is that the battery was replaced in August of 2022. So one could imagine that battery, I mean, at the rate this person was driving, probably like was replaced before the warranty ended, and then they got into another one and put another 150,000 miles on it. But let us know what your thoughts on it. If you're interested in any of Cheap Teslas, you can hit them up on Twitter or Instagram, and of course ask for the Dennis deal so that he can hook you up as well. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. Would you buy a cheap Tesla like this, or would you go with something else that is out there? Ferdinand, the aftermath of first Elon. Oh yeah, this seems to be what's going on right now. Full self-driving and cheap. Yeah, I would say it's worth it. Blueberry. Yeah, it's an interesting deal, 100%. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button and the comments and everything. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.